Hello, my name's Samantha. I'm 45. I'm restarting my life. It'll be fun. So, yeah, here we are. I am 45. I think there's a lot of women about my age that are kind of doing the same thing, where you get to a point where it's just like, you're not happy. This is not where I wanted to be at 45 at all. So, I would like to change that. And I would like to document it so that I can see progress. And yeah, hopefully I can change the things that I want to change in my life. So I currently live in England with my two youngest sons. My eldest one has grown up and moved out, he's 26, but my two youngest sons are 11 and 14. I am more or less a single parent. My kids go to their dad's every second weekend and they spend a couple of days there. But for the most part, I do all the parenting. It can be a lot. I love my children. I would like move heaven and earth for them, but it's a lot sometimes. I have no support network at all. I have no friends here. I had to move to a new area and I don't know anybody here. I have mental health problems. I have the anxiety, depression, and agoraphobia package of ADHD. So that's fun. And yeah, I am in a relationship. I split up with the kid's dad 3-4 years ago now. And it's taken that long for me to get to the point of being like, you know what, I can start looking after myself a little bit now. Because after it was an amicable split up, and I'm an amicable split up, but he's such a man child. Like, we're still friends, we still talk, we get on. I've put a lot of effort into keeping it mostly amicable, despite his need to just be a man child. And so yeah, I didn't get to like do the whole grieving process because I'm the one who had to sort everything out and be strong for the kids. And you know, I'm the one who had to move out of our family home with the kids. And yeah, we have several stories and rants involving all of that kind of stuff that will probably turn up at some point. Not today. Today's not the day for that. Today we are just saying hi, quick introduction. I've done the introduction so many times. It turns out it was really, really hard to do this. What I essentially want to do is document my progress because I want to see an actual change in my life. Currently, I can't work because my mental health, my ADHD, my time, and things like that, it just doesn't make it possible right now. So I am starting a small business from home. I had a small business before, and then 2020 happened and small business closed down. I was like just starting to get good, just starting to make some money off it, and then 2020 went no, as it did with a lot of things. So we are now at a point where I have like all the craft supplies in the world. One of the ways that I cope with life is by crafting. I like knit, I crochet, I sew, I cross stitch, I embroider, I do all like textile crafts and a few other things here and there as well. But what I found is I'm just making things for the sake of making things. So now I want to channel that into a business. I've been kind of doing it tatting on and off for a bit, but now I want to like really make efforts to make this a profitable business. So that's the first thing that I want to do and I want to document is me going from having nothing. I am in so much debt right now because I had to spend so much money to move house. It put me in a ton of debt, and you know, once you get into debt, it just keeps rolling and getting bigger. So, first thing, business, profitable business. That's what we want within a year, or by the end of this year, right? We're about halfway through April at the minute. If you're watching this after the fact, by the end of the year, I would like a profitable business. I am currently on benefits. I would like to not be on benefits anymore because I don't like it. I don't like other people having control over whether I get money or not. So, profitable business, get off benefits. I need to start looking after myself. I have spent so much time looking after everybody else. I need to spend some time on me. So as you can see, I am rocking the badger look. I have blonde hair, and because I have blonde hair, I have a lot of grey hair, don't get me wrong. Like, a lot of this is grey, especially at the front. I've got this like rogue thing going on. I've got a big massive grey strip down the front. I know this because I tried to grow out my hair before. Never again. It goes this like, sorry, tangents. ADHD tangents is a thing. But my hair, I tried to grow it out and stop dyeing it because I thought it's probably healthier for my hair if I stop dyeing it. And then I ended up dyeing it again because as it was growing in, because it's blonde with the grey going through it, apart from this big like chunk at the front, which was just pure grey, and it just looked really dirty because it was just like speckled through with grey. I just looked like my hair was filthy. I looked like I'd been like sticking my head in some like spider webby cupboard under the stairs. Not that I would do that, but you know, that's how it looked. So I just started dyeing it again. But I haven't kept it. I haven't kept up with it as well as I should. So things, looking after myself. I want to keep up with my hair. I want to grow my nails back again, because my nails at the minute, we have like 2 nails and the rest of them are just like, well, we have 1 nail in this hand and the rest of them are all varying lengths of broken. So I want to start looking after myself a little better. I want to keep on top of doing the housework, because it sounds terrible. If you have ADHD on top of, right, if you are neurotypical, you can get overwhelmed. You can have a pile of stuff to do and you look at that stuff and it's like, oh my God, that is so much stuff to do. And because I have zero support network, I've got no family here, I've got no friends here, I don't know anybody, and we moved to a new area and I don't know a single person here. Which is quite sad, really. Like, people don't take your childhood friends for granted. If you are still in contact with friends that you have been friends with for years, don't take those people for granted, because I moved away from Scotland 20 years ago, lost touch with everybody, moved to Leeds, lived in Leeds for 4 years, made friends there through like work and general stuff. And then I moved away from Leeds to live with my kid's dad, and I wasn't able to keep in touch with people because of the relationship I was in. So I lived in Wolverhampton for 13 years. No, 12 years. For 12 years I lived there. Not a single friend I was allowed to make the whole time I lived there. So now I've moved away from there. I moved like an hour away from there. But it's difficult. As an adult, it's very, very difficult to meet people and make friends. And especially when you have social anxiety, when you have, like, I don't even know how to speak to people anymore. That's the conclusion I've come to. I don't know how to speak to people. And I just find so many people just tedious. And it sounds horrible. It really does. And I know it sounds horrible. But I find just small talk, I find it very, very tedious. I think it's an ADHD thing, but I find it very, very difficult to make small talk with people. I find it difficult to like remember things that they've said to me. So even like talking to mums at school and things like that, I find difficult because I can't remember anything they've said to me before. So I just don't. And a lot of the mums at school, just, they're not chatty. They don't speak. So I can't remember where I was up to on my thing. So business, keep on top of looking after, I need to look after myself more. I need to do my hair, I need to do my nails, I need to lose some weight, I need to eat better. I need to stop going off on tangents because I completely forgot what I was talking about. I need to try and keep on top of the house a bit more. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Staying on top of the housework. So when you have ADHD, it's a crippling lack of ability to move. Like absolute crippling lack of ability to do the thing you need to do. Like you want to do it, you need to do it, but you just can't. And it sounds stupid. And even as someone who it's called executive dysfunction. And even as someone who has this happen to them, I understand the fact it sounds ridiculous, because surely if you want to do the thing, you just do the thing. No. Sadly, it does not work like that. So yeah, I need to try, and I'm going to try different systems and keep on top of stuff. I was late diagnosed with ADHD, which, like a lot of people, especially women, we internalize a lot of the stuff. And whereas when we were at school, the boys would be the ones acting out, so the boys may or may not get some kind of diagnosis. As girls, we internalize it. So while the boys are like, ah, on the outside, that's what's going on inside our heads. Like right now, I'm having about 12 different conversations. So I've got an itchy nose. 12 different conversations inside my head, and I have a song playing, and yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot all the time. It's exhausting, and I don't sleep. So I either don't sleep or I sleep all the time. Difficult. It's terrible. So yeah, I'm gonna try different things, different ways to get around it, because there's lots of different tactics and things that people are using. So I'm gonna try all of them and see if I can get my life on track, see if I can actually become a functional adult. We'll see how it goes. Okay, this was meant to be a short introduction. I've been waffling for 12 minutes. I'm not sure how often I'm going to upload stuff. I'm not sure what stuff I'm going to upload. A lot of it might be shorts. I don't know if that's your kind of thing or not. I don't know if we're going to have any kind of consistency, or if I'll just post things when I have stuff to say. We shall see. We shall see about this. Yeah, that's it. That's my little introduction. It's like 13 minutes of me just waffling. Oh my goodness. Right. Thank you if you stayed to the end. And hopefully you will come with me and you will like join me on my, I hate to use the word, but my journey. It's not a journey at all. I'm not going anywhere. Come along and, you know, laugh at me when I do stupid stuff.